Hello guys and welcome back again to the Tech YouTube channel and to another edition of our PC build guide. It's been a while since we did our last build, so we took that opportunity to do a new one based on a popular topic which is constantly roaming around us, and that's of course the new Intel Skylake platform. As you can see, this time we are doing a theme-based build called Silent Skylake, it almost rhymes, where we were trying to build a before all silent and gaming capable machine within a reasonable amount of money. Since I'm so to speak a silent freak and I really love strong and whisper quiet PCs, this kind of build felt appropriate to me, and I assume that I'm not the only one who fits in that group of users. We didn't limit ourselves with any particular budget, but our goal here was to deliver a well-rounded PC which is capable of 1080p gaming, which will stay quiet under load, and which also won't break your bank. In the end, the build came out as really decent when it comes to price to performance ratio and taking into consider that this is a Skylake platform. You could probably get a bit below our amount, but if you're building a PC around a specific topic, especially if you have silent operation in mind, it's almost impossible to base your build on the cheapest components. So, let's begin. Of course, we are starting off with the base of it all, the CPU, this one obviously being a part of the Intel Skylake offer. The Core i5-6400 model will probably be a very common choice amongst budget builders, just like the Haswell's Core i5-4400 series was. 4 physical cores running at 3.3 GHz is plenty enough for modern games, and you will be able to extract full performance potential from any graphics card. The BEQUIET Pure Rock is currently probably one of the most underestimated CPU cooler on the market. Okay, we have to admit that it became available only recently, but if you're looking for a good performing and before all quiet CPU cooler for $30 or even under it in some cases, BEQUIET Pure Rock is a sure win, and yes, it's even better than the almighty Cooler Master Evo 212. Of course, for $5 more, if you want to, you can go with the CryoRig H7, which is even quieter and also a bit better performing, but since we are not doing any overclocking here, we didn't see any point in going for it. For the motherboard, we were looking at the models based on the B150 chipset series, which at the time being didn't have a lot to choose from. For this price point, only one model particularly stood up, and that's the GIGABYTE's B150M D3H Micro ATX model. It turned out to be a great deal in comparison to others on account of its expandability and features. You'll get a full set of 4 DDR4 slots, an M.2 slot and SATA Express port, decent back I/O configuration, and in case you one day switch teams, you can also do a two-way crossfire configuration. Choosing RAM was a simple task, and here we picked out the G.SKILL's Value series 2x4GB 2400MHz DDR4 kit, which was one of the cheapest and brand reliable options at the moment, and beside that it looks pretty cool with its black PCB, open style design, and it's also low in height so it doesn't get in the way of the CPU cooler. Continuing on with the memory, a great way to keep the PC dead silent is to go for the SSD only solution, in which case we chose the well-rounded Crucial BX100 model, one of the best budget SSD model on the market when we talk about price to performance ratio. Of course, if you want more space you can put in a standard hard drive also, but if you are really aiming to build a silent configuration, at least reconsider using an external 2.5-inch hard drive as a more permanent storage solution. The crown of the build when it comes to gaming is of course the graphics card. Here we chose the MSI's GTX 950 Gaming 2G model within a blink of an eye. They're a 5th generation of their well-known twin Frozr cooler in combination with the GTX 950's low TDP, stays whisper quiet in load, while in idle fans don't spin at all, even when playing some light games. The card also has a decent factory overclock, so you'll have plenty performance for 1080p gaming. Quietly powering up all of the components is the SEASONIC's S12-2 520W 80+ bronze power supply. This is one of the SEASONIC's most known and most praised, so to speak, budget model. Although for this price point you could choose some other even stronger and semi-modular models like the Corsair CX series, SEASONIC's impeccable build quality and before all inaudible work goes perfectly with our build topic. You should also bear in mind that this model will be capable of withstanding any future upgrades, especially graphics card wise. Last but certainly not the least, we have the Cooler Master N200 case, which will house all of these components. We wanted to follow up the Micro ATX form factor of the motherboard, so we went with the Micro ATX case. In the end, it turns out that this case is actually a well-rounded model either way you look at it, even putting aside our goal here. It has decent amount of space and features for what it is, good cable management capabilities, and if you ask me, it also looks really nice. If you want to go all in with silent aspect of this build, and of course if you are willing to pay for it, you can choose the FRACTAL's Define Mini, which comes with the sound dampening and of course with the FRACTAL's well-known build quality, expandability and sleek looking design. All in all, for around $640 and $650, and having in mind that this is a Core i5 Skylake platform, we were very pleased with what you can get hardware and performance wise, especially if you take into consider the goal we try to achieve here, and that's a silent working PC. That's it guys for this build. Thank you once again for watching another edition of our PC build guide, this time being the silent Skylake one. Remember, prices may and will vary through time past, even if it's just one day. Be sure to tell us your thoughts or questions about this build in the comment section below. Share us your personal component picks and what would you like to see us build and do in regards of different price points except this one. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you like this video, and of course be sure to subscribe to our Tech YouTube channel for more content like this, or you can check out our other videos from before.